Welcome to Enchanting Puglia. Hi, we're Maya and Emery, slow travelers in Europe. Today we're going to talk about Puglia and introduce you to the Masseria farm stay. Want to experience a true escape from the ordinary? Where you stay can directly connect you to the land and the culture of the places that you visit. At a masseria, you'll find stunning settings, delicious food, and a slow pace of life that will rejuvenate your soul. This video will inspire you to slow down, savor the simple pleasures, and discover the beauty of living in the moment.
Did you hear that crackle?
You'll find masserias in the countryside all over Puglia. Many are near the beach, but we're headed to the wheat-growing region in the far east of Puglia, about an hour from the Bari Airport. These former aristocratic mansions on vast farmlands provide an authentic way to experience the history and culture of Puglia and put you within reach of smaller hidden gems, two of which we'll show you later in the video. Most masserias in Puglia grow fruit like cherries, nuts, or in many cases, olives. The masseria was a typical home and farm of Puglia's noble landowners.
The now completely transformed masserias were also at one time villages of 40-plus families. Farm workers lived in small houses that have been converted to guest rooms among the olive trees, flowers, and herbs. The white walls and decor are signature Puglia. As are the beautiful local pottery that you'll probably find in your room. As part of the village, a chapel was a frequent feature. This one is now the guest library. And the whole village shared this public oven. Each family identified their bread with a branding iron. Usually there's a pool. This is, of course, a modern addition. Puglia's olive trees are a presence on almost all masserias. Here the trees are part of a now cultivated garden. But you can also stay on working olive producing properties that still have their groves.
The landowners typically lived on the first floor. The warehouse for crops used to be underneath and has now been converted into a lovely breakfast room. Courtyard and loading area are now an outdoor restaurant. The masseria typically serves regional dishes that feature their own produce, herbs, and olive oils. Over dinner, we try to think of downsides to the masseria. It's true that you might smell manure if your masseria still keeps farm animals. And you may hear busy tractors every once in a while. But the great thing about masserias is that their rural locations bring you closer to smaller towns and villages that might otherwise not be on your radar.
Gravina is the oldest city in Puglia, perched high on the edge of a ravine. A colorful main square opens to fine examples of Puglia's Baroque architecture. Skeletons seem to be very popular. James Bond jumped off Gravina's photogenic aqueduct. You can't drive on the bridge, but it's worth a walk to the other side of the ravine where you'll find stunning views back to Gravina. Gravina is also famous for a special sheep's cheese called Pallone di Gravina, and we're headed a few miles away to fetch some in the next beautiful and less traveled town.
Altamura's Old Town is a showcase of Puglian ingenuity and the warmth of its people. The Old Town remains a living center for the local people. But change is coming as crumbling facades and street pavers get fixed up. The town is a maze, crisscrossed with low arches and dead ends. In ancient times, the dead ends tricked and trapped invaders unfamiliar with the city. Today, the dead ends have a new purpose. They are a social gathering place for all the residents who live in the courtyard. Pallone di Gravina is just one of the many local cheeses sold in small Puglian villages like this one. You won't find them back at home, so make sure you taste them here while you can. The cheese in hand, we stop for some of Altamura's gourmet bread, a DOC bread made from the type of wheat farmed on the Masseria land.
Did you hear that crackle?
Nice.
Very crusty bread, but very dense.
We return to the Masseria for a picnic outside our room. Puglia's Masserias come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges, but they all celebrate slow living and a connection to the land that puts you in easy reach of lesser-known villages. We highly recommend a Masseria stay, and we're sure that Puglia will steal your heart. Bye for now.
Bye!
Please join us in our next video in Puglia.
Ciao!